Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raggedy Pack, episode 4 of HBO's hit series, The Last of Us. We're coming off probably one of my more enjoyable episodes that we've reacted to on the channel, period. Not just in The Last of Us, period. And you may notice we're down one person, Kojo. It is actually still his birthday as of right now.
True.
So everybody hit that happy late birthday, Kojo, in the comments down below, and then bitch him out for missing the recording because he's, with family, not with the pack, with the boys. So, anyway, last episode was very good. Sort of a love story. The exact opposite of the kind of love story you'd expect in a zombie universe, wouldn't you say?
Completely like 180.
Yeah.
Like
I'm thinking The Last of Us. The Walking Dead. So Walking Dead spoilers. So if you're watching that, skip ahead, please.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like Rick, have you seen it, Igley?
I've heard some stuff.
Okay, so Rick and Lori is basically what I think of when I think of
yeah.
like stereotypical zombie love stories. Rick and Lori.
That this love story was an actual love story,
Right.
Rick and Lori. I won't comment on it because I don't want to spoil anyone who hasn't seen The Walking Dead, but I will say I like this a lot more than what they had.
Oh yeah. And my point is like that this was like a happy, again, spoilers, this was like a happy tragedy versus the stereotypical one you get, which I used Rick and Lori as my example for that. Even though obviously that's a little bit thicker in drama. But anyway, back to this episode. There was a lot of really good stuff that it was a lot to digest. I think I said that at least once in our post-show discussion last week. So what have you guys kind of taken away from last week's episode that you really liked, really didn't? I don't think there was anything we really didn't like. Everything was really awesome.
Yeah. I can say some stuff. So phenomenal episode. Amazing love story between Bill and Frank. Some of the stuff I really liked is from what I can gather, from what I've seen on some comments and from what you guys have told me, this was very different compared to the game. In the game, Bill was, I guess, a prominent character. However,
more or less.
his story wasn't really fleshed out to this degree. Besides some side material you can experience in the game in like terms of like little notes and stuff you might be able to read it from what I'm guessing. I like how it connected back to Joel and Tess with that little flashback when they had that little dinner party, and it really helped connect the two together. And also, we had like the idea or introduction of raiders in this post-apocalyptic universe, which is a given. It's a lawless land. People are taking stuff for themselves, forming little groups. It's a given. We've seen that all before, but it's helped establish a lot of side elements to this world, which was really nice.
Mm-hmm. To comment spoiler-free about the game, Bill and Frank are in the game to an extent. It's part of just a little beginning portion of the game, but like you said, nowhere near as fleshed out. Didn't dig much into the character. A lot of stuff could be implied through some of Bill's conversation dialogue lines, I guess is the right word, and those collectibles you were talking about. But yeah, that's as far as I'll dig into that. And I do feel like you spend a little bit more time with Bill in the game than we did in the show. But again, that's never going to match up in any adaptation. I think I saw a tweet that was like, who wants a shot-for-shot remake show to, or game to show? I do, but not, I guess shot for shot. Yeah. So I think that we got the perfect amount of Bill in a great way that dug into his character in a way that wasn't dug into before while still staying true to it at the same time. Obviously, we don't get the interaction that we did between, spoilers, Joel, Ellie, and Bill that we do in the game, but I'm okay with that. And I'm not sure how much you remember from that part of the game, Corey, but
Oh, I mean, I remember some stuff from that part of the game. I don't want to talk about it. I could talk to you off recording about it, but like I think the note that he left was a very good interaction, and the fact that Ellie read it.
Yeah. Actually, I do agree. The like, yeah. That was
Whoever finds this, probably Joel. I like that part too. That was
yeah.
It was cheeky.
Well, so one other thing I read either on Twitter or somewhere was that, you know, the scene that it starts playing that song in Joel and Tess's apartment at the end of the episode. I think it's episode 1. I remember we got claimed on it for YouTube. The parallel is when they went down to reset that computer to like stop the song from playing or whatever, that was that.
Okay.
So they had died before Joel, Ellie, and Tess had made their escape from Boston. So I thought that was interesting. Because it was like 80s music, you know, 80s is bad. Probably means they're dead. Yeah, lo and behold, they were. So I don't know. Corey, what was your biggest takeaway from last week?
It was just cool to be able to see like a true love story inside of a zombie apocalypse. They stayed secluded from the rest of the world, gated off. I mean, aside from an interaction with Joel and Tess, and maybe like a few other people that they might not have shown on screen, but they had like their whole little town set up there, I guess. And the way Bill like set up all the stuff before Frank got there, he was the man with the plan. Then Frank got there. They were a dynamic duo. Seeing Bill's fence go to work on the Raiders was a sight to behold. I wish we got to see him use his vast array of weapons a little bit more. But I mean, who even needs them when your fence is carrying that hard? It's got flamethrowers. Right. So
just bitching all of them.
In the rain, mind you. Flamethrowers in the rain.
I'd imagine he probably made some like disgusting version of like napalm or something that just is like unchecked by any naturally occurring substance.
I thought it was a beautiful episode, and I'm glad like we went through that so Joel could get a truck so he can go see Tommy. Yeah. I'm glad he just didn't like find a car on the side of the road. This was way more entertaining. I loved it.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting way to go about getting Joel a truck. Like going through an entire hour 5-minute love story, but I loved it. So yeah, I'm ready to get back on track. It was honestly kind of like a side questy episode, but at the same time, like if every side quest episode was done with that level of detail, with that great of writing, shit, I would never complain about that stuff. Yeah,
that was a good ass side quest.
Right. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to add from that. I'm ready to get to the next arc in the game. I know where we're going, and I know it's a change from the game, so I'll leave that for you guys to be surprised if you haven't seen it yet. But guys, got anything else?
Oh, I'm ready.
Actually, I have one thing.
Oh,
I think the entirety of the last episode, we saw like only 2 cordyceps infected. One of them was like Bill took out, another one was in that basement Ellie was in. So the main threat that episode was a human presence, which was interesting. And I feel like that's gonna come into play more often later on in the series.
Yeah, I just think it was more the side questiness of this episode that zombies didn't have to be featured heavily to drive the narrative in that episode. And I think, actually, as a matter of fact, I know we're gonna get them very soon.
All right. Look forward to it.
All right. Well, before we get into this week's episode, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads we got going on right now. For the full-length reactions to The Last of Us and all of our other shows, you can get that over on our Patreon account. The link for that is in the description below, along with a link to join our free Discord. And we got links to all of our other social medias, including TikTok, which we are now posting on daily. We have YouTube Shorts going up. We've recently launched those templates, so check those out. And with that being said, let's get into episode 4.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Reminds me of the 50 Cent movie, Get Rich or Die Trying. If you know, you know.
I do not know.
I do not know.
He doesn't know.
Did she just give herself a little gun safety lesson?
Ooh. I guess, yeah, she took out the one from the chamber.
Sniffing the gun.
Joel's sitting out there waiting to get back on the road, and she's in here playing.
Ah, the gas station bathroom. A classic.
Gas breaks down over time. This stuff's almost water. Back in the day, we'd drive 10, 12 hours on one tank. You could go anywhere.
Interesting.
I did not know that about
much nowhere.
gasoline.
Nice. How does that work?
It's a siphon. It's when liquid travels against gravity because pressure.
You don't know.
I know it works. No wandering.
Volume 2. Look, you get it? 2? Like TOO? What did the mermaid wear to her math class? An algebra. Like, algebra. But just know, you can't escape Will Livingston.
She was a better joke book.
There's nothing you can do to
Yeah.
stop him.
Oh, they're at a Shell gas station.
Ah, sick promo.
That truck just looks in such good condition compared to all the other vehicles.
Must have been some
Bill
truck.
kept it clean.
Yeah, they used to stick
Yep.
big-ass plows on them and clear the roads for their tanks and such.
I want to see a tank.
You will. Tanks, choppers, all that stuff.
DMCA. Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay.
No. Put that back. That's not for kids.
How do
Ellie,
you even walk around with that thing?
please get rid of it.
Hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about.
Alright, well, there were
Why are all
signs.
these pages stuck together?
oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Definitely
I'm
signs.
just fucking with you.
Okay.
I think
That's
that,
fine.
that shot's straight from the game.
Is it? They do the
If
same
I remember
thing?
correctly, yeah.
Okay.
Arby's.
Oh, Arby's.
FedEx. There's a tank.
Thanks.
Chopper.
It's like when you're on a road trip, instead of pointing out that there's horses, you look at all the broken shit that you recognize. What's the plan? Find shelter or like just camp out in the car?
I guess camp out.
I mean, I guess if no one hears you.
Just cooking some raviolis.
Chef Boyardee.
The Cam was
What are
probably
you
falling
eating?
behind him
That
on the
is
road.
20-year-old Chef Boyardee ravioli.
That guy was good.
I actually agree.
So can we start a fire? I'm freezing.
Now, why am I going to tell you no?
Because infected will see the smoke.
No, fungus isn't that smart. This is too remote for infected anyway.
People?
Okay.
That answers your question from a couple episodes
Yeah.
What are they
ago.
gonna do, rob us?
Well, they'll have way more in mind.
Worse.
Goes to sleep reading her puns.
Joel.
Don't answer. It's a trap.
Than that. What?
Can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
Why did the Scarecrow get an award?
Oh my god.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
You did.
He said he wrote that joke.
Did you read this?
No. I'll go to sleep.
It's a nice view.
Yeah.
There's no way anyone knows we're here, right? No one's gonna find us.
Don't say that.
No one's gonna find us.
The fact that they use the same game music.
That's
are they?
amazing.
That's pretty sick. You can't sleep.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
You don't like coffee?
Plus, she was about to get burnt.
Yeah, that was gonna spill out.
It smells like burnt shit.
Yeah.
He isn't complaining.
Eyes on the map.
What's his name?
Whose name?
Your brother.
Tommy.
Younger or older?
Younger.
Why isn't he with you?
Long story.
Is it longer than 25 hours? Because I think that's what we got.
He makes a good point.
Yep.
Tommy's what we used to call a joiner. Dreams of becoming a hero. So he enlists in the army right out of high school. Cut to 12 years later, outbreak happens. He convinces me to join a group making their way up to Boston, which I did. That's where we met Tess. And then Tommy meets Marlene. She talks me into joining the Fireflies. The same mistake he made when he was 18. Of course, last I heard, he quit the Fireflies too. So now he's on his own out there, and I gotta go get him. Keep going for family. That's about it.
I'm not family.
No. Your cargo. I made a promise to Tess.
Hmm.
You got up pretty early if you want to grab more sleep.
I'm not even tired.
I knew it.
Yeah.
The road scene. Oh, okay. Well, I feel like we're gonna see more Cordyceps soon.
I did see a Sara Lee bread truck, I think.
What is
Yeah, I
that?
think that's what
It's a bread brand.
Stay put.
Oh,
Nice.
We can jog right around this tunnel,
okay.
take the next ramp, and we're back on the road in minute tops.
This is true.
I can't tell from this. I'm all turned around.
But don't look at the state map, look at the
I don't
insect.
know where we are in that either. This is my second day in a fucking car, man. I mean, I think we're heading north.
Ah, that looks fresh.
Is that the QZ? Where the
Hmm.
fuck is Fedra?
Doors wide
Hmm.
open.
Uh-oh.
Are we gonna help him?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was a bait.
Damn.
Oh my god. Here we go.
Oh, I guess
God
airbags don't
damn.
work.
You're not hurting nothing.
I don't think so.
I'd be so claustrophobic, bro.
Yeah,
Nice shot.
I don't blame you. One tapped his ass.
I feel like Pedro would play a good Jack Marston.
I feel like Pedro
Sign
played
him up
good
for the role.
anybody.
Oh, yeah, that too. Jam piece.
Is Ellie gonna save the day?
Looking like it. Oh, with the knife?
Let's take your time, Ellie.
Oh.
Oh shit.
There it is.
Don't miss.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have aimed a
That was
little
a-
higher.
Yeah.
You might have hit Joel. Okay, he's fine.
It's over, we're not fighting anymore.
Okay, is that how it works?
Go home. I'll tell everyone you're good. I don't know what to do. My legs don't work.
I don't think this guy is like in a position to.
Guys, we can be friends. I didn't know. I'm Brian. What's your name?
I don't trust Brian. Leave his ass.
You can have it. It's a good night.
Oh my god.
The Doritos.
Get back behind the wall.
No, I'm sorry, please. No, we can just stop.
Oh,
With the knife? It was a good knife.
Yeah.
why waste a bullet?
I gotta get in there.
Did a
True.
good job.
Click, click, click.
Stay close.
Got it.
I'm really interested in like what happened though. I'm guessing like the QZ was overrun by raiders or something, or for some reason Fedra abandoned it.
Yeah, there's a story to it. I just don't remember what exactly happened in the game, at least. But it's a little bit different from the game.
Those are raiders.
I'm sorry, it's a lot different.
They got fucking Brian.
They got fuck Brian, bro. Brian deserved it. Ooh, okay.
Like the red accent on there.
I told you.
That's a big gang,
I
though.
was alone. I haven't seen any of those people since that night. What else do you want me to say?
I don't know, the truth?
Kathleen.
The Bergquists. No. Mark Anthony Halpin. Carrie Schreiber.
What is going on?
Haven't seen them. The Chans. Henry Burrell. You know where Henry is. Lawyer. Medical attention. Family visit. I wonder if this is the cell where my brother was beaten to death.
No, you were wronged. And I'm sorry. But this has gone too far. It has to stop.
It has to stop now, you mean? Now that you're in the cell. But before, people dying was okay. When
Maybe
you
it
were
was
safe
recent.
and protected and ratting on your
Seems that
neighbors,
way.
etc.
They put a gun to my head.
There. Have I satisfied the necessary conditions for you to talk?
Kathleen, for God's sake. I delivered you. I held you in my hands. I never told them anything about your brother.
But Henry did. And we know that he's still in the city. And I think that you know that too.
I'm your doctor.
Oh, is that
Who
his
did this?
mom?
We think it was outsiders.
What if I had a doctor?
There's no chance. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
All right. This is who we're dealing
Henry's
with.
work. Find every collaborator and kill them all.
Henry's gonna be like, I didn't even do shit.
Yeah.
Run.
Run. All right. We got a whole ass raggedy militia of people.
A battering ram.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're screwed.
They're not Fedra, they're not Fireflies.
Yeah.
Are they?
People.
It's gonna be tough for them to get out with the car being busted up.
There's a really tall
steal another
building
car.
4 blocks away.
Yeah, that car's
Yeah,
total
so-
boss.
So that's the one?
As soon as
Yeah.
we don't hear a truck, we move. Fast
You
as
got a
we
bulldozer with run on it.
can. I know what it's like. First time that you hurt someone like that. If you, well, I'm not good at this.
Yeah, you really aren't.
I mean, it was my fault. You shouldn't have had to. And I'm sorry.
I mean, he's trying.
Yeah. A commendable effort.
It wasn't my first time.
Okay.
Show me your grip. Finger off the trigger. Now, who taught you that?
Fedra school.
Figures. Look at.
Just flagging the shit out of him.
Okay.
Bruh.
Uh-uh. You put it in your pack. You shoot your damn ass off.
Shooting her ass off.
Oh.
What?
Yep.
What's going on?
Fuck.
We got cordyceps sinkholes now?
When do we tell the others?
Not yet. Let's just handle what we have to handle. We can deal with this after.
Kathleen.
After.
Kathleen really seems like she shouldn't be in charge.
Yeah.
This dude right here, he looks like the most dangerous one out of the bunch.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Straighten up. I got you.
Where'd you be without me, huh?
By now, Wyoming.
Oh, yeah. Walked into that one. We're going on 42 flights.
45.
Oh my god.
How far?
As far as I can make it.
You know, 43 and The remaining 2 can't get up. Stairwells
Hey, man.
collapse or something.
43. That's impressive.
Did you kill innocent people?
Come on.
It's dodging the question.
Mm-hmm.
33 floors, that's good.
It's gonna have to be.
Get up, you lazy ass.
Lazy ass. 56 years old, you little shit.
He's 56? Oh my god.
Looking good for 56.
Did not think he was that old.
Joe,
What?
what are you doing?
I don't want someone sneaking up on us while we're sleeping.
Oh, I get it. Crunch, crunch, crunch. You sure you're gonna hear it?
Of course I'll hear it. That's the damn point.
Okay. Well, good night.
Wake up sore as shit the next morning.
After 33 flights, yeah.
When we were talking about hurting people, what did you mean it wasn't your first time?
I don't want to talk about it.
Fair.
All right.
Her turn.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I'm just saying, it isn't fair. Your age, having to deal with all of this.
So it gets easier when you get older?
No, not really. But still.
The reason I asked whether you'd hear the glass or not is because I've noticed you don't hear too well from your right side. Is it because you were shot there?
Probably more from shooting. So if you want to keep your hearing, you stick to that knife.
Joel,
Hmm.
did you know diarrhea is hereditary?
Huh?
What?
Yeah,
Is this another joke?
it runs in your
It runs in your
genes.
genes. Oh my fucking god. Dude. What the fuck?
That's a good one.
That is so goddamn.
That's the only fucking good
You
one.
laughed,
I
motherfucker.
didn't laugh.
Yes, you did.
Jesus, I'm losing it.
You're losing it big time.
It's nice to see him laughing.
Yeah.
I miss the situation that they're in right now. Is this the end of the episode?
Joel!
Damn.
Oh, fuck.
You got snuck.
Hello.
Oh, is this Henry and Sam?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, no, me and Blake
Yeah, they
were
were-
waiting for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well. What fun.
Yeah, they really walked into a situation they had no part of and are getting blamed for stuff just for defending themselves.
Kind of crazy that of all the buildings in Kansas City, they wind up in the same building as Sam and Henry.
And at the same floor as well.
Yes.
I mean, crazier things have happened. The world got infected by flower-infested fungus. Fungus-infested flower.
Yeah.
Said that backwards.
Yeah, that makes sense. So my thing that I'm interested in the most, weirdly enough, is now that we've shifted locations, spoilers from the game, I'm really interested to know more about like this faction and the characters. And I don't feel like we're gonna get it. But man, I would love like a OVA or something of just like the individual quarantine zones. Because I was watching like a video today that was talking about like the history of the quarantine zones.
Mhm.
And I just think it'd be so cool to see like the different nature of them, the fall of them, et cetera, et cetera.
I agree.
What'd you guys enjoy about this episode?
It was a very tense episode. Like ever since they got into the city, the road was blocked by the huge 18-wheeler and it slowed, and then running into the ambush, it kind of could sense it. Like, it just progressively got worse and worse, and then they got trapped. So this and the next episode are going to be pretty tense, them finding the way out of the situation. And also the idea that there is this poorly managed rebel faction, because I don't... It's pretty interesting. It's like it's kind of it's pretty slapstick together. Like they're pretty well organized, but goddamn, they look so fucking raggedy. But it's the apocalypse, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the bonding we got between Joel and Ellie this episode. Her telling jokes from the book throughout, and at the end we finally got one that hit, and that was a great moment. But
that would hit me too.
Yeah, that was
a
a funny one. I thought she was dead serious at first. I thought she really believed that. I was like, huh? But
I was like, is she gonna say she's about to shit her pants or something? Like, where are we going?
Yeah. I like that she used the gun to help Joel, and I really thought he was gonna lecture her about it. I mean, he took it away, of course, but after she says it wasn't her first time doing that, he gives the gun back and shows her how to properly hold it and use it. And yeah, I enjoyed seeing him use that bolt action rifle as well, so I loved using that in the game.
Yeah,
that's in the game.
Yeah,
no, there are no guns in the game actually.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah, true.
You only get a knife.
So this is just like a little side question, but Ellie's role in the game, is she just kind of like she like ducks out like whenever there's danger? Like is she like kind of like Atreus a little bit, where she provides side support?
You saw the scene where he was lifting Ellie up to get into that vent that he couldn't fit through to open the door. Things like that.
Okay.
And support as well.
All right.
I'd say she's a very useful side companion.
Does she get a gun?
Yeah.
No answer that, I guess. No spoilers.
No, I don't know. I actually don't remember. I'll pull a Kojo on this one. So one thing I will say that is really going to interest me is how they handle the Joel and Ellie dynamic. Because it seems like they're really breaking through the tense relationship kind of quickly.
Okay.
I'm trying to say it in a way that isn't going to lead to any spoilers. But so I'm really interested to see what comes on there through the next couple of episodes, because like in the grand scheme of things in the game right now, we're only 3 chapters in, really.
That was going to be my question. Are we like still early game, or I mean, because it's we're not that far in, I imagine.
No,
but they are breaking through walls between themselves like pretty quickly, a little bit each episode.
Right. So we're in the 4th chapter of the game. And so without going into specific spoilers, the biggest change in this episode was setting. And I think it makes a lot of sense the way they changed the setting of this episode, because their end direction that they're trying to go just makes a lot more sense. And again, I'm really skating around saying where they're going on purpose.
Okay.
But so I think it's kind of a welcome change. I think it's a cool change. And I'm really excited to see what they do with the Ellie and Joel relationship, but also now that we are introduced to Henry and Sam, how their story comes around as well. Because they're a lot of fun. 2 of my favorite characters from the game, to be honest.
What do you think about Kathleen?
I don't like her.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
it seems she's in charge, and she is making decisions based off of her emotions and not being very rational. If she was, then when she saw the whole, you know, something bad's about to happen in their quarantine zone with the infection, she would have dealt with that then, but she's prioritizing looking for Henry and Sam instead.
I will withhold judgment until I see the end of her arc. But right now she seems very squeamish, very not put together as a leader.
She's not fit for the job.
Right.
I mean,
and I feel like that's their point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know though. So that's why I'm saying I'm withholding judgment until we get a little bit further in there.
I mean, despite not like, at least from our perspective, she's not being like that. She doesn't seem like a good leader. Everyone, for one reason or another, is still listening to her.
Mm-hmm.
So she has influence over people. So she must be someone noteworthy to them. But why, I don't know.
Yeah.
At least as far as first impression goes, she doesn't seem, like you said, all put together.
Right. The way she was talking about like her history with the doctor and her brother and stuff. Maybe her brother was in charge and she kind of fell into being in charge after he was killed or something. Who knows?
Okay.
But
so they just turned to her.
Yeah, maybe. No, I don't know. That's.
I could see it going that way though.
I definitely want to see more. That's why I was saying like an OVA, which is like my go-to anytime I say I want more backstory. An OVA of like the Kansas City quarantine zone would be really cool because I'd love to know how, you know, the quarantine zone fell, why they don't still live behind those freaking walls.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we got that little like sinkhole.
Yeah, I really want to know what's going on with that because they seem to know what it is. At least the guy, I forgot I don't know if he was named, but the dude with the AR and the beard, that like was concerned about it. So I'm assuming it's cordyceps related.
Oh, 100%.
But why? What they're doing? I'm interested. So you don't have to answer me, but since at least from the show how it's been presenting, the fungus like builds like little networks. So I'm assuming this is just some huge like little cavity of network like cordyceps networks that like are causing a sinkhole or some shit.
Right.
I would assume so. I would imagine it like roots under the ground.
Yeah.
Also, I want to know what building that's under. And if that like if it's the same building Joel and Ellie are in. Probably not. It's a big city.
So,
but if it causes the building to collapse or something, that'd be pretty wicked.
I mean, I think it'll definitely lead to them seeing a lot more clickers.
Mm. Yeah, if it is cordyceps under there, like just a bunch of them, yeah, everyone in that QZ, that little militia is fucked. I mean, they have cars; they can maybe get away, but
yeah, they're in danger.
Very loosely, like the way you just kind of described the QZs, to me, it kind of makes me think of like Fallout and like the vaults, minus like the experimentation. But like every time you go into a vault, there's some story there. Some of them succeeded, some of them went terribly wrong for one reason or another, and there's always some like mystery involved with them. So this one, I'm just assuming like this militia group rebelled against Fedra and just took over the QZ and killed off Fedra, or they ran away. Why, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like we might get some backstory since like a little bit in the next episode revolving around them, because it would be a little bit, I guess, weird for them to kind of explore this somewhat new route they're taking that you mentioned without like giving it its proper due, given that they've given a lot of other side content like more in-depth views. Yeah. So I'm interested in seeing what happens next, really.
So I'm sure you guys might have, this is kind of off topic, I'm sure you guys might have seen that last week's episode got review bombed on IMDb.
I heard about it, yeah.
Just out of curiosity, went and looked to see what this one was rated early on. It's rated an 8, and I'm like, that seems a little low. Like, I didn't think this was good, but I didn't think it was going to be that much of a fall off from 9.5, 9.2. 1,400 votes for a 10, and then 500 votes for a 1, and then there's like maybe 150 scattered in between 9 and 2, and I'm just like,
yeah,
dog.
That's not.
We don't count the one vote
right stuff.
Like, people, man, the internet. It's fascinating.
This was definitely more like there's action here involved, but it was definitely more like a setup episode for the next one.
Yeah, it was a slower episode, but come on, bro. People are just now.
We got development though, which I like Corey mentioned, like was really nice to see.
It was back on track from the last episode, but again, last episode didn't feel like it was off track. It was just not Ellie and Joel. So, yeah, we're back with them, progressing along the main story. Definitely not a 1.
Oh no!
Come on, that's just pathetic.
It's probably just gonna. It's people are shitters, especially on the internet. So you regardless if it's just people just slapping 10 on everything, which I mean they might be extremely big fans, or people just slapping 1 on everything. You're gonna have those outliers who skew votes.
I'll go to Rotten Tomato instead.
Yeah.
All right. Got anything else we want to talk about?
One more thing, and it's off topic as well, but it's a little more on the positive side. I don't watch SNL, but I was on Twitter and I saw the clip from there of Pedro Pascal as Mario.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. So if you haven't seen that, I suggest checking it out.
We should send it to Matthew. I'm sure he'll love it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I really love Luigi's part.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No,
it's me, Mario. Iggly?
No.
All right. Well, before we head out, like we said earlier, hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoyed, hit that notification bell so you don't miss next week's upload. Consider checking out the other shows we got going on the channel right now. There's plenty to go around. We have a full-length reaction to this available shortly after over on our Patreon account. The link for that's in the description below, along with a link to join our free Discord where you can talk about how great this show is, or I guess how bad this show is, but we all know that's not true. Check out our TikTok, our YouTube shorts. Those are brand new, going on right now. We got other links to our social medias, and yeah. See you guys next week for episode 5.
See you then.
See ya.